ISL thoughts. So ISL thoughts is something which I would like to discuss on the ongoing crisis in ISL in very brief. And the only reason why I've opted English and not Bangla is because um, today morning, little while ago, someone who I know who doesn't speak Bangla, he asked me for my thoughts, and I know it's difficult to write the thoughts. It's time consuming, so I opted to use the language which he knows, and I thought, okay, let me make it common so that I can share it with others and keep the discussion a bit generic. Now, see, you're all aware of like what is the ISL structure, how FHDL has been operating it, and what is the new proposal from FHDL. Like they're offering AIFF 14% instead of the assured, the guaranteed 50,000 crore or 50 crore rupee per year, or 20% of profit, whichever is greater. So instead of that assured amount, they are offering All India Football Federation 14% stakes, and they are interestingly offering the ISL club 60% stakes. The ISL clubs, many of whom don't even know how to operate their own club, they're expected to operate a league. A bit funny, but yeah, that's the reality. So, and they are willing to keep only 26% to them with themselves. I don't know. Then how can you be a owner of a league if you are only having 26% stakes? And the ongoing gossip that we see, which we hear primarily from people who are pro FHDL, who have been serving the greater interest of FHDL, that no, there's a hard negotiation going on, and probably All India Federation, Football Federation would settle for something around 20k or 22k crore, rather 20 crore instead of that 50 crore. That's their claim. Now, what's going to happen? I do not know, or personally speaking, I do not know. Would I be happy if ISL doesn't continues? Very much, I'd be happy. Not extremely happy. I would be happy. Would I be unhappy if ISL doesn't continue? No, I won't be unhappy, because the reason is that why I would be happy. First of all, because I know that our football federation is currently not competent enough to operate or administer a national level league. Why I would be happy if the ISL doesn't continue? Because I know that in the current format, ISL would not be able to deliver anything to Indian football. Why? I had explained that multiple times through my audio note previously in Bangla. The reason is that, see, any plan is futile if it doesn't have a greater vision in mind. Did they have anything in mind when they conceived the ISL structure? I don't think so. They just blindly copied the IPL structure, and you can see how IPL is going on at its own level in the cricket domain. Is continuing in its original format. Will that format be perfect or effective in football? No, it's not perfect. It's not even effective. And the results you can see in the outcome of the international matches of India in football. So, continuation of ISL is a continuation of misery of Indian football at a greater level, at an international level. And the solutions, there are plenty of solutions. Definitely, a new league can be conceived, and I don't know why the entire nation has to play football. If you look how Olympic sports is being managed by the government of India, badminton is not that the entire of the nation plays badminton, or the entire the nation receives funding from the government. Boxing, Haryana receives. So you have different center of excellence for different Olympic sports. You cannot dilute your investment or thin out your investment. So by that same logic, the entire nation need not play football for the nation to grow in football or qualify for World Cup. And regarding the league structure or closedness or relegation promotion, it's possible, it's doable. Various structures can be worked out. There can be a multiple layered closed structure. See, many other nations, forget England. We tend to refer to England in anytime you get a opportunity. But see, the English football didn't mature over one season. It took them multiple decades to come to the current situation, or La Liga, Liga Vitali, whatever. Overnight, you cannot move from a no one to someone. You have to follow the steps which even these leagues had followed. It need not be the same steps. Times have changed. But there cannot be like a Gupika and Bagabain kind of, you just clap your hands and immediately your situation changes. It's not possible. So, keeping in mind the uncertainty over the investment in Indian football, there can be close structure but multiple layered, like in countries like Austria, Switzerland, many other smaller footballing nations. You have a league where the clubs move around within a few definite levels. So, you can have a two-tiered league, and the entire league is administered by the same entity, whatever the entity is. So there would be tier 1 and tier 2, and the only movement would be between tier 1 and tier 2. And gradually, over a period of time, if needed, you can expand that closed loop to tier 3 level. All these are possibilities. 2020, 40 teams can be managed. Now, who will manage that, or who will think of such a solution? I don't think the current setup of people who are managing Indian football, either at a private level or at an organization level, the federation, they are thinking on this line or any other effective line. So that's why I told, hopefully ISL would continue. I'll be happy if it continues. I'll be more happy if it doesn't continue. And we have a different solution. Hope I have shared my thoughts with the person who had actually originally requested for my thoughts, and hope these thoughts also help others. Ciao.